can't spell success without you. PowerPlan Project presents
Back in the Kitchen.
the healthiest B.L.T sandwich. Bacon, lettuce and tomato.
Hello and welcome back in the kitchen. Today I'm going to have a look at an old favourite, which is the good old B.L.T sandwich. We see these in the supermarket. They're absolutely delicious. What I'm going to do is an homemade version. Now I know that bacon does get a bad press, especially if you're on diets or you're looking to have an healthier lifestyle, but I would urge you to check out the video in the defence of bacon, where we'll go to, where we look at bacon in more detail, and specifically the saturated fat. Of course, bacon is a protein, it's very low in calories, it's very low in carbs, but it's the saturated fat that gives it the bad name. So please check out that video if you can. And what we're going to use today is simply bacon, and we're actually going to take 3 rashers, 2 slices of bread. We're also going to use iceberg lettuce, cherry tomatoes, around 8 grams of butter or margarine. And when you do actually butter bread, it is around 4 grams per slice. So first of all, what we're going to do is our little blue peasy trick, which is get a large plate, and on top of that we're going to put a bowl, like a cereal bowl, and on top of the cereal bowl we're just going to lie the 3 pieces of bacon, and on top of that we're going to put a second cereal bowl. Now the reason why we're doing this is because the plate at the bottom is going to catch all the fat. Because we've sandwiched the bacon between 2 bowls, it's not going to shrink. And what we're going to do is just throw this little mini contraption that we've made into the microwave for around 5 minutes. Now if you like your bacon, just cooked, then you can do this for 4 minutes. If you actually like your bacon reasonably cooked, then 5 minutes, as we're doing in this video. Or if you want the bacon well cooked and a bit more crispy, then simply set the microwave for 6 minutes. To a degree it is a little bit of practice if you try and use this method, but it does make the bacon far healthier and it does avoid shrinking. So after the 5 minutes we remove it. Now be very careful because we have got hot fat at the bottom, and as you can see, when you remove the top bowl, the heat is released. So what we can do is just quite simply let that cool, and while that's happening we can construct our sandwich. Well, what we're doing with this now is just taking the 2 slices of bread. We've already put butter on them, and we're going to add iceberg lettuce at the bottom. Now if you're using normal iceberg, give it a rinse onto the tap. I'm using the pre-washed today, so it goes straight onto the sandwich. Put the cherry tomatoes into halves. Now I'm actually using about 4 or 5. Now the trick is, we've got a buttered bread, a layer of lettuce, the tomatoes, is put the bacon on. Put it on while it's hot. Be careful, but put it on while it's hot. Now we put on a bit more lettuce, and equally we put on a couple of extra tomatoes on top. But the secret really is to get that top piece of bread on that sandwich as quickly as possible and leave it for about a minute. And while it's left, what it's going to do, it's going to gently heat up the butter, which is then going to moisten the lettuce and tenderize the tomato. Then you end up with a fantastic B.L.T type sandwich, which is really nice to eat, delicious, and one of my personal favourites. So just to recap what we've done, we've used 3 rations of bacon, 2 slices of bread, around 80 grams of iceberg lettuce. Now in this bag it's 160. Roll the extra on if you want to, because lettuce is very low in calories, carbohydrates and saturated fat, so don't feel guilty about using extra. I've gone for 45 grams of tomatoes, which is roughly 4 or 5, and the 8 grams of margarine or butter. What we discover is that this comes to 262 calories, which is incredible considering you got the bread. That's actually incredibly low, and it is absolutely delicious to eat. But we've got 1.39 in saturated fat, 28.2, so once again in carbohydrates it's 28.2, and it costs £1.59 to make the dish, which is once again incredibly cheap. Well, the big question is it actually worth making your own B.L.T? If you look at this one, which is a typical B.L.T sandwich from Asda, it comes in at £2 to buy. Making our own, it's £1.59. And the massive advantage that we've got is that we have actually taken out a lot of the saturated fat. It's nice and warm, it's juicy, where the one off the shop shelf is basically called bacon and can be quite fatter. But there is a good price saving by making our own. And equally, if we scroll down to the nutrition, we can see that the number of calories in the shop bought version is 424, where ours is 262. Saturated fat in the shop bought version is 4.1 compared to ours, which is 1.3. And carbohydrate levels in the shop version is 43, where ours is 28. So on price, energy or calories, saturated fat and carbohydrate, we are saving a considerable amount. These are a lot better for us by doing the homemade version. And if we want to lose weight, we can still eat these because we're reducing 424 calories to 262, which is a massive saving. So, let me know what you think. The email appears at the end of the video, or leave a comment. Try and make your own B.L.T, see if it's better than the shop bought one. Try the microwave Blue Peter idea when you're doing bacon next, because it does remove a lot of saturated fat. And that's the only thing what's potentially wrong with bacon. If the body was starved completely of fat, then in effect we would die. We need fat. Well, give it a try, let me know what you think. Until next time, take care and we'll see you soon.
If you have enjoyed this video, then please provide your support by liking this video and subscribing to this YouTube channel. If you are watching on Facebook, then please like and share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thank you for viewing.